Tonight on ScareScene, we're stepping into a story where curiosity slowly turns into regret. This is a horror film that doesn't rush its fear. It lets it grow, it lets it breathe. The Ghost Game is not just about spirits or rituals. It's about what happens when people challenge the unknown without understanding the cost. A group of friends, an abandoned location, and a game they believe is harmless. They think nothing will happen, but fear doesn't always arrive with a warning. Sometimes it waits for permission, and tonight, they give it exactly that. The story begins with a group of young adults, friends connected through school, shared history, and long familiarity. They arrive together, comfortable in each other's presence. Their conversations are casual, their body language relaxed. This isn't a group expecting danger. They're expecting boredom to end. Each person brings something different into the night. There's the skeptic, the one who laughs at ghost stories and challenges anyone to prove them wrong. There's the thrill seeker, the one who enjoys fear as entertainment. There's the cautious one, quiet, observant, already uncomfortable but unwilling to speak up. And there's the believer, the one who's heard the rumors, read the stories, and secretly hopes something happens. Their friendships feel real, messy, human. But beneath the surface, tension already exists. Unspoken disagreements, old insecurities, and personal fears that haven't been dealt with. None of that seems important yet, but fear has a way of exposing everything. The place they choose isn't random. It's abandoned, isolated, and surrounded by stories no one can confirm. From the outside it looks empty, quiet enough to feel safe. But as soon as they step inside, the atmosphere changes. Sound behaves differently here. Footsteps echo longer than they should. Voices seem to linger in the air. The walls feel close, the hallways stretch on. At first the group is impressed, excited. Exploration feels like adventure. But the longer they remain inside, the more uncomfortable the silence becomes. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's heavy. Leaving would be easy. They could walk back out the same way they came in. But curiosity is stronger than caution. They convince themselves that unease is just nerves. That old buildings always feel strange. No one wants to be the first to admit fear. So they stay, they joke, they tease each other, they take photos. Confidence fills the space where caution should be. This is how the night begins. The idea starts casually. Someone mentions a game. Not a board game, not a challenge, a ghost game. A ritual passed around online and through rumor. A game that's supposed to invite something unseen. It sounds childish, almost silly. That's why it feels safe. The rules are simple, a circle, a chant, a shared intention. No one truly believes it will work. And that disbelief becomes the reason they agree to play. As they prepare, the mood is still light. There's laughter, sarcasm, mockery. Someone makes jokes about being possessed, someone else rolls their eyes. The ritual feels like performance, not danger. They position themselves, they follow the steps, and when everything is ready, the room grows quiet, not forced, natural, the kind of quiet that makes you aware of your breathing. The ritual begins. Words are spoken, the circle holds, nothing happens, at least nothing obvious. The group waits. Seconds pass, then minutes. Someone laughs and breaks the tension. Relief spreads. They assume the stories were fake, exaggerated, designed to scare people online. The game feels over. But fear doesn't always respond immediately. Sometimes it waits until you stop paying attention. The changes start small. A noise that doesn't match its source. A shift in the air. Someone stops talking mid-sentence. Another person glances toward a hallway. Nothing is there. They dismiss it. Old buildings make noise. That's normal, but the laughter doesn't return the same way. It feels forced now, uncomfortable. The silence stretches longer. The group debates what they're experiencing. Some insist it's imagination, others feel something is wrong but can't explain why. No one wants to say the word fear. Fear makes it real, so they deny it. They rationalize every sound, every shadow. But denial doesn't erase unease, it feeds it. As time passes, the environment feels different. The temperature drops slightly, the air feels thick. Footsteps echo behind them, lights flicker. Doors feel heavier than before. The building no longer feels empty, it feels occupied. Not visibly, but intentionally. Fear begins to strain their relationships. Small disagreements turn sharp. Jokes stop landing. Everyone reacts differently. Some want to investigate. Some want to leave, some freeze. They stop moving as a group, and separation becomes dangerous. The moment someone ends up alone, the tone shifts completely. Silence becomes unbearable. Every sound feels closer, more personal. The space feels aware. Even rejoining the group doesn't restore safety. Something has changed. The strange events become harder to explain. Sounds repeat, movements feel intentional. They search for logic. They search for exits. But nothing feels familiar anymore. The game feels unfinished. Fear now drives every decision. Rational thinking disappears. Instinct takes over. Trust weakens. No one knows what to do next, and the night feels endless. Exhaustion sets in. The excitement is gone. The humor is gone. Only tension remains. Memories surface. Regrets creep in. Fear doesn't just exist outside, it turns inward. By this point, the group is worn down. The game that started as entertainment now feels like a mistake that can't be undone. They haven't reached the end, not yet, but they're close to something irreversible. And they know it. The ghost game isn't just about summoning something, it's about confrontation. With the unknown, with fear, with themselves. The ritual didn't just invite something in, it stripped something away. What becomes clear isn't the nature of the ghost, it's the cost of curiosity. Fear thrives when it's invited, and once invited, it doesn't leave quietly. The night isn't over, the game isn't finished, and whatever comes next was never meant to be played. This was the ghost game. And this is ScareScene.